I didn't really have a close relationship with God. It was more of a religion.
I had my own restaurant and my finances were a mess.
Jesus meets you where you are, whether your life is in a train wreck or you're doing well.
I think a lot of times I have been stumped.
I just knew he was there, but never had that relationship, and there were just many other things in my life that I put before him.
We were extremely poor.
Where in the past, I wasn't really sure if I truly believed in God anymore.
Eventually became addicted to pain pills, which turned into an addiction to heroin.
I was what you would call a cold Christian. So I prayed, but that's about it.
I think my lowest point was after a month after I gave my daughter up. I really didn't care anymore about living or dying.
God took her anyway. That destroyed me, and it destroyed every bit of faith I had for a very long time.
It just devastated me. Like I say, I was just dead afterwards. It's like I had died too.
I don't usually talk about this, but I used to think about suicide.
It wasn't going anywhere. We weren't surrounding ourselves with positive people.
I felt disconnected from church and from God, and so I stopped attending church, ended up having suicidal thoughts.
It was just a completely different atmosphere. I was welcomed from the very beginning, and now I feel like I've been able to see through the love of his followers that Jesus accepts us just the way that we are. No matter what your past looks like, no matter what you're going through right now, he will accept you and
things
make
just
you new.
slowly started to fall into place. I just felt more of a blessing, more of a connection with God. I was thanking him actually for the opportunity to give back. And with that, I was just blessing upon blessing. Things just fell into place.
He also showed me how to understand this world. That's something I really strive for, to understand and learn more, and that's what Jesus gave me. He taught me why the world is the way it is, why there's evil, why there's good, why we do what we do, and more. Not only that, he gave me this eternal peace that will never go away, that I know, no matter how bad things get in this world, that I'm going to be dwelling in the house of the Lord forever and ever, and I have nothing to worry about.
I think God has given me the answers. I think that's actually really common in my life. There's been at least half a dozen times when I came up with a solution. It wasn't me, actually, but I was given a solution that was way outside the realm of any knowledge that I had. Or maybe I had the knowledge, but it wasn't anything I ever would have thought of or ever used before. I think that's a gift from the Holy Spirit is actually what I think.
So since the baptism in October, I have really done everything I can in my power to strengthen my relationship with God. I've seen God change me in so many ways and just kind of rearrange my life, my train of thought, and I just want to give back and share my story to others. And I'm so excited to see what else God has in store for me because I know that he is not done with my story yet.
And it was literally an encounter with God for me because I haven't realized that God was taking care of me since I was born. And from all step of the way and every moment of my life, he was always with me. And it was really special.
Trusting God is really what gives me hope, because at the end of the day, even though I'm not hurting, the things that bother me or would normally worry me or stress me out and feel like I need to take control of are the things that he's telling me it's going to be okay. And he has a plan for me, and I trust in that, and I trust that whatever it looks like, it's perfect. And so I don't want to rush it, and I don't try to rush it because I know that it's going to be beautiful.
It never fails, when I'm $300 short on paying the mortgage, all of a sudden, God just shows up in a check for exactly that amount of money, just shows up in my mailbox. I couldn't plan this. I couldn't script my life this way. But I know that God's always there to take care of every single need that I have. And, it gives me a piece of peace and serenity to know that no matter what, God's got me. God's got my back.
Suddenly I was I want to be God's cheerleader. I want to love him and I want to depend on him like the air I breathe. And it has been a full-time job trying to get back to where I was or just trying to heal from this past life I had. But the payoff is so much more than I could have ever imagined.
Things got better. I quit partying altogether at some point. I quit doing all the self-destructive things of my life. I started even looking at the adoption of my daughter as a good thing and not as a bad thing. I didn't see myself as damaged or as unvaluable as I did before, and I realized that through Christ I could have purpose, that I didn't have to search for other purposes, that I could have purpose through him and that he could give me a reason to make a difference, even if it was a small difference. It made it so much better to live. It just gave me a reason to live, I guess you could say. It made me happy in the way that I never thought possible. There's no going back from that.
Every piece of the puzzle fit together at that point. It was like, wow, I've been such an idiot. How could I not understand that? How could I not see it? God does love us, and God does have a reason for all of us. And that's why I finally decided I'm going to get baptized. Love, I finally found it. I know that without a doubt.
I heard about Church Experience through the YouTube video, and it just impacted me so much that I know now that was God speaking to me saying, you're going, no excuses. I went, and it's just been so amazing. The love, the outpouring, the genuine love, their listeners, which is really important. You know, people were just genuinely interested in me and, cared about me, loved me. It's just such a powerful feeling, and it's something I hope for that everybody can experience. I just love it.
Well, whenever I got into that room, I felt like it was really fulfilling for me. There's nothing like human connection. Everybody is like super kind to you. They want to know who you are. I feel like everybody should feel that way, feel like they're a part of something and feel like, that they're worthy of being loved.
We put God in the center of our relationship, and that's brought us closer. I think our faith has deepened for us. We weren't always in the strongest relationship, and it's taught us to pray together and just continually push each other to just learn more. I always pray to God and have a conversation, and I know He's got my back. We love Church Experience.
On October 14th, 2015, I was baptized as an adult, standing in the water, and Brandon was joking around with me. I knew it was something that I was meant to do. Coming out of the water, I felt free. I felt like it was a new me, and physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, I was becoming a new person. God's done some amazing things in my life since I joined Church Experience, and I look forward to more amazing things to come.